Hello everyone, welcome back to Velocity Verdict. Today we are going to be reviewing this 2025 Ford Escape. At the hood we have these lines, sharp lines that are covered by the white paint. On the side we have these fancy looking alloy wheels with dual tone alloy wheels with silver and black finish, 19-inch alloy wheels over on the front and at the rear. And now let's check what's under the hood. Under the hood is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder that produces 163 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. That goes through a CVT automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 42 in the city and 36 on the highway since it's the hybrid model. And then at the front we have this Ford logo with this blacked out grille. Love this chrome strip over here on the center. And then this is our skid plate with our all LED headlamps and our fog lamps, so that's pretty cool. Moving to the side we have these body colored mirror caps, and then at the back we have these stylish LED tail lamps with the turn signal indicators, and then we do have a backup camera, and then it says Escape in lettering with the Ford logo. And this is a hybrid all-wheel drive variant with this. And then we do have this cool spoiler with a backlight defogger wiper with the shark fin antenna. So guys, this is how your DRLs look on the new 2025 Escape. This lights up, and then we have this DRL over here, and these are your normal LED headlamps, turn signal indicator, fog lamps, and this is how the turn signal indicator looks up front. Looks pretty cool. And then at the back our turn signal indicator looks like this. Impressed. Cool. I would like to give a huge shout out to Stucky Ford of Belfont who let me spend some time with this Escape so I can review it for you guys. I had included a link down in the description below so you can check out what they have currently. Before we move forward with this review, I just want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post unique content and it would give me motivation to get more content for you guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Every like, share, subscribe counts. And guys, let me know down in the comments, how do you like the looks of this 2025 Ford Escape Platinum? And how do you like the white color on the Escape? And these fancy looking wheels. And we have this body colored door handles. Once we come inside, we do have a little bit soft touch to rest your arm, but love this pattern on the door. Chrome door handles, bottle holders, window controls, and then we have these cool seats with this black and red stitching with this cool pattern in the center. And then I'm 5'7", 5'8", so I have a lot of legroom. Yeah, the headroom is pretty cool. And then it has a huge panoramic sunroof that starts all the way at the front and all the way up to the back where I'm sitting, but still the headroom is quite impressive. And then at the back we have the AC vents over here and USB ports down there. But other than the AC vents and the USB ports, yeah, the seats are quite comfortable. And then up front and then once we come up front, we have basically the same trim, soft touch here, but we do have red stitching over here, soft touch. Love this light on the door panel, cup holders, storage space, power window controls, adjustment for our mirrors and our child lock, and then we do have blind spot monitor with the mirrors right over here. And then we do have this cool trim on the door, chrome door handles, lock and unlock. And then once we come onto the seats, we have these cool pattern up in the center, and then we do have these leather seats with red stitchings on them. Honestly, I love the look of these seats. And then we do have power adjustable seats, so that's pretty cool with height adjustment, lumbar support. And then once we come inside, this is to open the fuel tank, and then button to open a hatch. And then we do have our our headlamp controls are over here, brightness, and then we do have physical stocks for our indicators. We do have physical stocks for our indicators and physical stocks for our wipers. And then we have this cool AC vents, and then we do nice trim around the steering wheel. It's perforated, nice soft touch, red stitching on the steering wheel, cool accent. And then we do have practical controls like the cruise control, lane centering, volume, voice command, and then bunch more practical controls for the infotainment system and the instrument cluster. And then this is our CVT, this is our automatic gear shifter with our power, reverse, neutral, drive, and L. So okay, and then we do have storage space down over here, and then we do have auto hold and our electronic parking brake with our dual cup holders, and then nice trim on the armrest with this red stitching, pretty cool, and nice storage space. And then love this trim all throughout the dash. And then we do have a deep size glove box over here as well. And then we do have AC vents, and then our engine start stop button is right over here with practical control with some mode differences and our defoggers. And we do have 12-volt socket USB ports down there, storage space, adjustment for the volume. And then we have these new 13-inch infotainment system that looks pretty cool. And then our heated steering wheel is over here, and then we do have heated seats with this variant, so that's pretty cool. We do have heated seats for both the front, for the both the driver and the passenger. And then other than that, yeah, we do have auto dimming IRVMs, a panoramic sunroof, sunglass holder, and then this is the controls for our sunroof over here. That's pretty cool. And then now let's check out the space in its cargo area. We just press this for the hatch. So we have this, we have a power lift gate. I'm impressed with the cargo area. It's quite practical and has a good amount of trunk space that you can use. Cargo area, and you can even take big bags while going on a road trip. And once you're all done, just press this. It's like a power hatch, and then we have our dual exhaust tips over there, and then it says hybrid all-wheel drive over here. There you go, hybrid all-wheel drive patch, and a power hatch, dual exhaust tips, and then yep, pretty practical amount of trunk space. And then it has a spare tire, some storage space near the spare tire, but then other than that also pretty practical amount of cargo space. Cool alloy wheels. That's a fuel capless fuel filler, but it would lock up, so you can't open it from the outside. You can only use this. Wow, I didn't notice. It does have DRLs up in the front, but it does even have DRLs up at the back. So these are your DRLs, or the parking lamps, as as Ford calls them, parking lamps. So those light up in the front as I showed you, and even on the back. That's pretty awesome. And then you can adjust them from over here. These are your headlamp controls. I don't know, I'm just in love with the shape of this Escape. I feel it looks quite premium for its segment, and even like the seats and all of them. And yeah, the second row people do have cup holders. I don't know what Ford did over there. They like cut this half segment, but otherwise you still have little space to rest. One person can rest around two cup holders. I don't know why they cut that. Ford, if you are seeing this video, please give me an answer for that. And you just lift it up. But we do have leather seats in this, so that's impressive. And now let's look at its window sticker. You guys might be wondering, how much does this Escape costs? So we do have Escape all-wheel drive 2025 ST Line Select, and It has a 2.5 liter hybrid engine with the eCVT transmission, and your total MSRP is $40,000, $40,140. So yeah, the fuel economy is quite impressive for 42 in city and 36 on the highway. So with the fuel economy and hybrid engine, this costs $40,140. I feel it's worth the $40,000 because the styling is quite sharp on the new Escape. It's futuristic as well as like a basic styling, but I'm impressed with the styling of the Ford Escape. And yeah, we do have the ST line badge over here on the fender. I'm a fan of these alloy wheels, especially those look fine. And then we do have fog lamps down here, and yeah, all of our LED headlamps, fog lamps are LED. And then this is our total MSRP. Guys, let me know down in the comments if you think it's worth $40,000. And our panoramic sunroof controls is over here. The panoramic sunroof is opening. And this is how it opens. Pretty cool. This is how much the sunroof opens. But yeah, it won't open more than this, but you do have a panoramic sunroof. So you can say this is like, it's the hybrid variant with the panoramic sunroof and everything. So $40,000 in my book is justified, especially when the average new car is $50,000. So $40,000, quite impressive. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.